The Pahalgam attack, catalyst for escalation. On April the 22nd, 2025, a devastating terrorist attack in the serene tourist town of Pahalgam, Jammu and Kashmir, shocked the nation. Militants linked to Pakistan-based groups Jaish-e-Mohammed, JIM, and Lashkar-e-Taiba, LAT, carried out a suicide bombing and subsequent gunfire assault on a crowded market, killing 26 civilians, 25 Indian nationals, and 1 Nepali citizen. The attack, one of the deadliest in recent years, drew immediate condemnation from global leaders, including the United Nations Security Council, UNSC, which issued a statement denouncing terrorism in all forms. India's response was swift and severe. Prime Minister Narendra Modi convened an emergency meeting of the Cabinet Committee on Security, CCS, where it was decided to take unprecedented punitive measures against Pakistan. New Delhi announced the suspension of the Indus Waters Treaty, IWT, a landmark 1960 agreement brokered by the World Bank which governed water sharing between the two nations. This move threatened Pakistan's agricultural economy, heavily dependent on the Indus River system. Additionally, India imposed strict visa restrictions on Pakistani nationals and expelled Pakistan's High Commissioner and several diplomats, accusing Islamabad of harboring terrorists. The diplomatic fallout was immediate. Pakistan's foreign ministry dismissed India's allegations as baseless and warned of grave consequences. However, intelligence reports from Indian agencies, including the Research and Analysis Wing, RAW, indicated heightened militant activity along the Line of Control, LOC, suggesting another major attack was being planned. With tensions at an all-time high, India prepared for a military response. Operation Sindoor, India's precision strikes. On May 7, 2025, India launched Operation Sindoor, a meticulously planned military operation targeting terrorist infrastructure deep inside Pakistan and Pakistan-administered Kashmir. The operation, named after the traditional red vermilion, symbolizing strength in Indian culture, involved Rafale fighter jets equipped with Scalp missiles and AASM Hammer precision-guided bombs. The Indian Air Force, IAF, struck 9 key locations, including Bahawalpur, a known Jem stronghold, Muridke, Lati headquarters, Muzaffarabad, a major militant transit point in Puke. According to Indian military sources, 70 to 100 terrorists were neutralized, including several high-value targets. The strikes were conducted with surgical precision to minimize civilian casualties, though Pakistan claimed that at least 12 civilians were killed in the raids. Pakistan's military, caught off guard, scrambled its JF-17 Thunder and F-16 fighters, but failed to intercept the Rafales, which leveraged advanced electronic warfare systems to evade radar detection. The success of Operation Sindoor was hailed in India as a major strategic victory, with Defense Minister Rajnath Singh stating, "This is a message to all terror groups and their sponsors. India will no longer tolerate attacks on its soil." Pakistan's retaliation, Operation Bunyan al-Marsus. Pakistan's military, under pressure to respond, launched Operation Bunyan al-Marsus, the impenetrable tree, on May 10, 2025. The operation involved ballistic missile strikes and drone attacks targeting Indian military installations in Jammu, Punjab, and Rajasthan. Pakistan's Inter-Services Public Relations, ISPR, claimed to have destroyed Indian ammunition depots and command centers, while also downing 5 Indian aircraft, including a MiG-21 and a Sukhoi Su-30 MKI. However, the Indian Air Force denied these claims, stating that only 1 MiG-21 was lost due to a technical malfunction. India's indigenous Akashteer air defense system, developed by the Defense Research and Development Organization, DRDO, played a crucial role in intercepting incoming threats. The system, integrated with Israeli-made Spider missiles and Russian S-400 components, demonstrated a 100% interception rate, neutralizing drones and ballistic missiles before they could cause significant damage. One of the most critical moments came when Pakistani drones targeted the Golden Temple in Amritsar, a revered Sikh shrine. The Akashteer system successfully intercepted the projectiles, preventing a potential humanitarian and religious catastrophe. Technological warfare, air defense, and electronic dominance. The 2025 conflict highlighted the rapid advancements in military technology on both sides. India's air defense superiority Akashteer system, a fully automated air defense network capable of tracking and engaging multiple threats simultaneously. S-400 Triumph. Despite delays, some units were operational, enhancing long-range interception capabilities. DRDO's anti-drone systems effectively countered Pakistan's drone swarms, which were supplied by China and Turkey. Pakistan's Chinese-backed defenses, HQ-16/LY-80, surface-to-air missiles. Provided by China, these systems have a 40-kilometer engagement range. JF-17, Block 3 with PL-15 missiles, enhanced Pakistan's air combat capabilities but proved ineffective against India's Rafales. Kamikaze drones. Reports indicated Pakistan used Chinese-made CH-4 drones modified for suicide attacks. Humanitarian crisis and civilian fallout. The conflict had severe humanitarian consequences. Mass displacement. Over 50,000 civilians fled border areas in Punjab and Jammu. Blackouts and emergency measures. Indian authorities imposed nighttime blackouts in border states to disrupt drone targeting. Hospital overload. Medical facilities in Amritsar, Jammu, and Sialkot, Pakistan, were overwhelmed with casualties. Economic disruption. Cross-border trade via Atari Wagah was suspended, affecting livelihoods on both sides. International aid agencies, including the Red Cross and Médecins Sans Frontières, MSF, warned of a looming catastrophe if hostilities continued. Diplomatic frenzy and ceasefire agreement. By May 10, 2025, intense diplomatic efforts led to a fragile ceasefire. Key players included United States, President Joe Biden, and former President Donald Trump, who claimed credit for mediation, pushed for de-escalation. Saudi Arabia and UAE leveraged their influence over Pakistan to restrain further strikes. European Union proposed a UN-monitored peacekeeping force in Kashmir, rejected by India. Both India and Pakistan claimed victory, but the ceasefire terms remained ambiguous. China's strategic role. China, while not directly involved, played a shadow role. Military support. Continued supply of JF-17 parts, drones, and missile tech to Pakistan. Diplomatic shield. Blocked United Nations Security Council resolutions against Pakistan-based terror groups. Economic leverage. Threatened to halt investments in India if strikes continued. U.S. dilemma. Balancing India and Pakistan. The U.S. faced a strategic tightrope. Supporting India as a counter to China in the Indo-Pacific. Maintaining ties with Pakistan for Afghan stability and counter-terrorism. Arms sales. Approved F-21 fighter jets for India while supplying counter-drone tech to Pakistan. Conclusion. A fragile peace. The May 2025 conflict was a near-war scenario, showcasing modern warfare's lethality and precision. While the ceasefire holds, underlying tensions remain unresolved. Key takeaways. India's military edge. Demonstrated superior air defense and strike capabilities. Pakistan's asymmetric tactics. Reliance on drones and proxies remains a threat. Global diplomacy's limits. Superpowers struggle to enforce lasting peace. The world watches nervously. Will diplomacy prevail, or will the next provocation spark an even deadlier confrontation?